Ladies and gentlemen, do you need coasters? You know that you do. You know that you have those friends who come over and they put stuff directly onto your table and you're like, hey, man, garbage person, use a coaster. What are you doing? Get the fuck out of my house. And maybe they were raised in a barn. Let's not go poor shaming, but maybe they just don't know how to use coasters, and that is why you need Carl's Coasters. Carl is not only a president of Carl's Coasters, but he is also a client. And you head on down to Carl's Coaster with one convenient location in just outside of Nixa, Missouri. Carl has literally tens of coasters for sale, and if you buy 10 coasters, you get the 11th one for free. And it is these coasters are self-explanatory. You don't need to explain to your friends like all the complicated ways to use coasters, because maybe that's why they're not using them. Maybe they're embarrassed. Because, a coaster is not necessarily self-explanatory. These coasters, they have written on them, hey, pick this up, put your drink on it. Oh, great. See, it's affirmative. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Carl's Coasters. Thank you, Carl Coaster, actual name, for sponsoring this episode of the show. Now, let's get back to that Transformer goodness. What?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Autopod Decepticast. This is your weekly podcast that delivers a minute-by-minute breakdown of the 1986 Transformers movie, and this is episode 72, which means we're covering minute 72, which means 11:01 to the 1 hour and 12 minute mark. I'm your host, Aaron, and with me are two guys who we recently went on a trip. It was a really cheap trip to a second-rate Polynesian island. After taking a third-class flight and checking into a fourth-tier motel, we rented a Chevy to cruise the beach. Turns out the car was possessed by the spirit of a Fonzie-like hipster who drove us to the village of a 50s pop culture-loving tribe. After romancing the tribal princess and her cat Mai Tai, we saved the village from disaster by driving the Chevy into the volcano's fiery crater. Gentlemen, please introduce yourselves, and if you can, please recall your favorite primetime Garfield television special.
Good Lord, that took forever to figure out what you were doing there. My name's Ryan. I just kept thinking Joe versus the volcano.
I did too. But no, I've seen that one.
I like the holiday special.
Garfield in Paradise is the reference.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
no,
I like the holiday one. I like the Christmas one where we meet Grandma and they're I don't know. Maybe it's just because
she's spunky. She's a spunky old lady with some firm titties.
Well, I didn't get that takeaway, but I guess we were watching a different. You were watching Garfield Gilfs.
By the way, I occasionally check out GarfGab, the Twitter site GarfGab. This might be the wrong guy, but there's a podcast out there where a guy, or maybe it's a YouTube site, guy is going through every single episode of Garfield and Friends and breaking it down.
Holy shit!
Yeah, so
let's hop on that train.
It's pretty funny.
Let's hop on that train. Some pretty lazy backgrounds in the Garfield Christmas special that we're looking at some images from. Much like the comic strip, kind of just blank backs with walls.
Right. So there was a number of specials that came out. I liked I don't know why Garfield in Paradise stuck itself to me. I think
I'd forgotten about its existence entirely.
It's not a funny. I mean, nothing about Garfield in retrospect is funny, but it is a really unique story, and there are some really charming musical numbers. I actually watched the whole thing. A lot of Garfield specials are actually just on YouTube,
and no one cares about taking them down.
But there are some really nice musical numbers. There's a lot of send-ups of like 50s inspired kind of beach rock and Hawaiian pop. I think I like it because John gets the girl in it, and she is like smoking hot. And Garfield gets a girl, and I guess she's smoking hot.
God, maybe I've never
Came out,
seen this.
Go ahead.
It came out in '86,
The same year
Same
as...
year.
and guess who
Trump.
else was a voice actor on it that was in Transformers?
Frank Welker.
Me, Greg Berger.
That's
Oh.
right. That's absolutely... I was going to touch
That's
on
right.
that.
That's
yeah.
right.
Greg Berger did the voice, and he did the voice in the Garfield Halloween special either. He was a television announcer, but
I forgot about it. I remember they used to have this in pretty heavy rotation on television.
Who was he in the Garfield? Was he
I
Odie? or?
don't know.
No. Oh, no, was Frank Welker Odie? Shit, somebody was Odie that was connected
That's what I feel like too.
to the Garfield universe. Damn it, we've done all
Caleb
this
just
work.
bringing it up, not even knowing.
I'm just bringing up the picture of the
Oh
girl.
my God,
John,
she is super hot.
Yeah, John. If a woman with perfectly giant oval eyes can be described as sexually
I guess.
attractive,
It's true. If that were a person
this
in-
island babe from Garfield in Paradise, I feel like as a kid, I remember watching this and being like,
I'd titty fuck that. Because that's what I'm thinking.
I didn't even know that was a thing that existed when this came out. But I remember being like feeling weird feelings.
Why am I tingly? My pants are tight.
Do you guys remember the first Garfield special I ever saw was the Halloween special, and that's also a really, really good one. I watched it in entirety as well.
I don't remember anything about it.
That's one where basically you learn that Halloween is like Garfield's favorite holiday. He does some good song and dance numbers about that. And then he and Odie go trick-or-treating. They're dressed up as pirates. Garfield has like this like moment of clarity where he sees that there's this whole neighborhood across the lake that if they could get over that neighborhood, nobody else can get over that neighborhood, so they can get all the candy. They go over to that neighborhood and they find a house and they go in it and they're sitting by a fireplace and it turns out and there's an old man there. And he's like, you just walked into a bad situation because
I'm gonna rape you.
100 years ago, some pirates buried their treasure there, and I was
man.
the cabin boy for that pirate ship. And
So
they're
you know
gonna.
what
They
happened
vowed
there.
they were gonna come back 100 years later, and then the guy disappears, steals their boat, and then the ghost pirates come and.
So it's kinda-
they're actually really unique little stories aside from the fact that it's corny Garfield.
Well, it kind of
dialogue.
sounds like they just ripped off The Fog
I don't even know
by
what
John
that is.
Carpenter.
Was it possible the Fog ripped off Jim Davis's
No.
Garfield Halloween
It's
Spectacular?
not.
I remember now that there was a direct reference to Elvis in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, yeah, the
I wonder if
This was
is
during that late '80s, '50s. craze.
basically this tribe is the tribe of indigenous Polynesian people on this. We don't know what the island is.
I bet this is really racist in retrospect.
No, so I thought the same thing. I was looking for moments of uncomfortable cultural insensitivity.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit, but not as much as I was expecting.
The tribe.
I'm glad you didn't say hoped.
The tribe. The tribe appropriates 50s
American culture.
Right.
But there is one character, and his name is Pigeon, and he speaks in like a very like made up fake language.
Sure.
That feels a little racist, but at the same time,
It could have been much worse.
Oh, that's where we're at now. It could have been much worse.
But the leader of the tribe was voiced by Wolfman Jack.
Yeah.
On a side note.
That's a fine looking guy.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
Another interesting fact: this Garfield in Hawaii was nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award in '86. It didn't win, but there was only one other nominee, and that was Garfield's Halloween Adventure.
And that one.
Won.
That's fucking strange.
Here's the back of the book, so you can see that was the Wolfman Jack character.
remember
That's
that.
the Pigeon character.
Ah.
This guy, I can't remember his name, but the car, like I
Trinket
said,
War.
it
Him and
possessed
Odie.
it was possessed by the spirit, I guess, of this guy, and it rolls them into the village. That's how they come in there. But that guy and Odie, yeah, they work on the car together, and
I vaguely recall this now.
this goofy looking guy here. So at any rate, I really liked it, but you know what I think? It's time to talk about shout outs for a second.
Excellent.
And I would like to shout out somebody on Facebook and Twitter, actually.
Oh, God, is it me?
Yeah, Ryan. at Jet. Or what's your Twitter handle?
At Ryan Jet 2.
Two? Oh,
the number
damn it.
2.
That's the worst.
I know. I joined Twitter whenever it was part of like a class in college, and so I didn't care, and I was like, whatever, too. And I'm like, so I never changed it.
You went to college?
I have,
mom goes
I
to
have a
college.
worthless associate's degree.
So what I'm actually shouting out is at Autobot Rodimus, who's on Facebook and puts out a lot of really interesting Twitter and just Transformers related content. I think recently found some viral fame through something he did. Basically these Autobot City news pieces. Did you guys see them?
Breaking news, yes.
They're actually really, really cool. I like them a lot. They look super authentic, and I love, like, he did a great job of like creating these kind of headline captions that capture the moment. And I think there's a lot of good ones. They're all good. But I think my favorite one is actually the one where I'm trying to find it. I'm scrolling through right now. But it's basically like it being an interview of Hot Rod saying, "I was only trying to help. No one else saw the gun Megatron was reaching for."
Yeah, Hot Rod responds to accusations.
Autobot City in ruins.
Ultra Magnus named Autobot leader.
That's a good one.
But
That's really good.
he did so great job with that, by the way, and also reached out to us. He signed up for our newsletter that we don't create.
We haven't sent one of those out in a while.
In a while ever.
Golly.
Thank you for the 3 people that have signed up for it.
We will,
and one of whom, well, no, never mind. Sorry.
We'll have time for putting out the newsletter once we're done recording.
That's right.
We'll
do it. Yeah.
What we should do is just copy paste everything for a month from our Twitter feed and then send that out as a newsletter.
Awful.
I like it. So, and then before we get into the last episode recap, I just want to remind everybody that the entire Autopod Decepticast team here will be at TFCon Chicago.
Some of us longer than others.
October 26th through 28th. If you are wanting to meet the ghost of the iconic moment, your window is small, but
Probably.
Possibly 12 hours.
but there is opportunity if you are a good stalker, I suppose. And if you are, if you're one of our top tier VIP listeners, that
You can have a meet and greet with the ghost of the iconic moment.
we'll hook you up. No, actually, I mean, but yeah, obviously, there's several people out there who, if you happen to be out there, that we interact a lot with.
Oh yeah, we'd love to meet
Twitter.
you guys.
It'd be great, to meet up in person. I don't know that there's anything formal planned or that we would plan, but let us know beforehand if you are planning to go to TFCon Chicago.
We could do an outing, hang out
do
one
some
night.
shots,
Yeah.
do some Jaeger bombs, some sake bombs. Okay.
We'll just have human drinks.
How about that? Yeah, let's not. I mean, it was I don't know whose bow this shot is over, the hotel or the organizers of TFCon, but the
drinks.
The drink. I mean, I think it's a nice thing that you put together a custom drink
it was
menu,
very cool.
But those drinks are. I'm not drinking any of those. They look like garbage.
I
This
feel
is
like-
TFCon Toronto.
And why did they look like garbage?
They're just sweet garbage.
It's
They look
just
like too
full of
sugary.
sugar.
drinks.
Yeah.
I feel like a couple things. One, like the theme is it's fun. I think they were also trying to go for colors, like that were
Sure.
related to the Transformers.
Sure.
And so you got to go with the sugary drinks, but also there's a real nice profit margin on those kind of drinks.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, like,
Let's make these dorks just drink.
Just make it palatable.
Drink schnapps all night long.
I still like my idea. I still
I
like
don't
my
know what's
idea
that
for
saying.
like if we were going to do our own. My idea was called the Shockwave, and I believe it's just straight gin. But
It's a gin martini.
it's a gin martini. But
I'm in.
What makes it a Shockwave is that you have to order it and get served in a room all by yourself.
It's a closet.
Yeah,
That sounds great.
yeah.
Like that sounds like a perfect Friday night.
Sounds like you might not be seeing our Jet 2 at
Just drinking
TFCon.
Shockwaves.
I'm gonna be like in one of those speakeasy Roger Rabbit rooms where I slide the electrical socket away, and so I can just watch through the wall.
Yeah, that's great.
What is the song we can play that forces you to bust out of this?
It's Raining
wall?
Men.
Perfect. Putting it on the playlist.
Excellent.
Last episode recap. The Autobots and Junkions approached Unicron only to get attacked immediately. The Junkions brushed it off rather well, but the Quintesson ship ended up like the end of so many porn shoots right in Unicron's eye.
Oh,
And
I don't like that, by the way.
the team
that takes me out of it.
the team
Wow,
is
I thought Ryan would be all over that.
No, I don't like. I need the girl to at least pretend like she likes it.
Okay.
The team is split up with RC, Springer, Cup, and Daniel being chased by Unicron's internal defenses. And Hot Rod, right at the top of the minute where we kick off here, He's resting on a spine. He's kind of struggling a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He slips off the spike protrusion.
In a moment of terrible framework, he slips off of the spike.
Yeah, we can tell that that spike is masked poorly, or maybe I guess it wouldn't be the spike that's masked. It would be the actual animation cell that's masked. And he falls. He falls hundreds of feet. Mm-hmm. To land on sheeted flooring.
Unicron is mostly made of spiky balls. I
that
feel
is
like.
true.
Yeah.
Balls,
it is,
spike, and thick cable.
Yeah, big, thick, throbbing cables.
Mm-hmm.
I might be horny. I've talked a lot about this. I think it's been like a day since. See how hard that is?
I couldn't tell if that was just. I just poked Ryan's crotch. I couldn't tell if it was a lot of bunched up fabric or if that was your
I
penis.
put some socks down there.
Okay, gotcha. So when he's fallen,
Caleb's rubbing his face.
I know. He's fallen to a floor. I recall, because we just watched the previous minute, the floor that the rest of the gang landed on was like a green hallway.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's landed in a totally different area.
Different place, yeah.
So we were speculating if he just made a right turn where they made a left. This is totally different. So I don't know how he ended up here, but
doesn't matter.
At any rate, he lands. He kind of crawls on the floor. He's trying to get his bearings. He crawls by what appears to be some kind of computer panels, spiked organs, unique viscera, and why would those computer panels be there, by the way, unless other people are somehow interacting with Unicron or are meant to interact with Unicron?
I think they're just like, we're running out of
ideas,
different backgrounds. Just paint whatever.
Yeah, I think you're right.
We talked about this a little bit. I think we paused at 1 hour, 11 minutes, 14 seconds in, where we see Hot Rod close up as he's just come out, and it's the light and shadow in this whole bit is pretty good, but I like this especially on Hot Rod.
Yeah, it looks great. We refer to it layers and layers of shading and all. I wonder if when you do that, do you do that on different? I guess you'd have to do that on different animation cells. You probably have your baseline drawing layer, then you've got a layer of color, and then you have a layer of texture and whatever sort. I'm assuming is they just stack it on top of each other.
I would say maybe the color is, of the cells that I've seen of like normal animation. Usually the color is on the same cell as the line drawing.
Okay.
I don't know if you would stack. I guess you'd probably stack the. I don't know.
We've only been talking about animation techniques since like episode 0 of this show, and we've done no follow-up research.
No research.
If at some point, more so than getting a voice actor on the show, if we were to get an animation expert or person who participated, that would be like really the bomb.
Like someone who knows anything about old school animation.
Exactly. So he surveys, he being Hot Rod, surveys the area. The scene it's kind of dark, a little bit scary. There's lots of, balls and spiked stalagmites, tights, and columns. His gaze fixes on a bright blue light floating in the darkness.
It's
what
very
could that
Tron-like.
Be? Yeah, it is. The way the light from the Matrix reflects on some of the surrounding structures here. Yeah, absolutely.
I do love the way we get reintroduced to Galvatron in the Matrix through a series of like getting closer and closer to him. Like we see the Matrix. We see the Matrix glowing, then we see like Galvatron in the Matrix, we see Galvatron's eyes glowing, and then finally, eventually he steps into the light.
Yeah, you basically just see a silhouette of Galvatron with just the glowing eyes, and the Matrix is the only thing that's bright enough to have any real definition here. And Galvatron at this point steps out of the shadows, eyes just glowing red with evil. The shading, again, great as it reintroduces and kind of shines a light.
Well, don't step into the light, because that's where I get you, because I'm a poetic poltergeist.
What is that from? That feels so familiar.
What is that from? Is that Fresh Prince?
Is it?
Don't come into the light, because that's where I get you, because I'm a poetic poltergeist.
That is Fresh Prince.
Well done, Ryan.
Oh, goodness. If I hadn't already, I actually thought about doing a French Prince.
A French press?
French press. I love the French press.
Yes.
What's his DJ's name?
DJ Jazzy Java.
Hang on. This is not...
Gonna write that down.
Write that down.
Not be
Nobody take that.
Jazzy
Jazzy
Java and the French press.
That's not terrible.
We'll take all of Fresh Prince lyrics and put a
coffee
spin
we'll
on it.
do a Weird Al coffee themed DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince cover band.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's good.
All right, moving on from that. So
it's just creativity coming out of our ears.
I mean, we can't stop and won't stop rather. So Galvatron steps out of the shadows. He says to Hot Rod, "It will do you no good, Autobot. It cannot be opened."
Not by a Decepticon.
Exactly. I love this low angle shot. We're paused at 1:11:30. you don't even see Galvatron, but you can see the angle, how high up he is over Hot Rod at this point, and Hot Rod's approaching him.
It's a pretty creative shot. Like, they could have just done
Yeah.
like a two-shot where it's like they're on the same level, but like it's very. Not only does it make Galvatron seem so much more like imposing and powerful, but it just like visually very interesting.
Yeah, he's on a pedestal of sorts, and also like this is a very minute thing to pick out, but from like the start of the pedestal where the Hot Rod is approaching, there's some really nice shading and just like paint work that goes on down at the bottom of that. Like there's the swirling chromish metallic.
Yeah, it implies like curvature.
Yeah,
of the structure.
Did a great job. Galvatron goes on to say that, like it or not, Galvatron goes on to say, like it or not, we are allies now against a common foe.
And he's like, oh wait, getting a message.
Right.
Never mind.
Immediately,
Migraine.
The familiar red hue and high-pitched sound engulfs Galvatron. Unicron is still in control of this guy and tortures him. He commands Galvatron kill Hot Rod or face obliteration himself. And Galvatron complies. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, even in the midst of like all the battle that's going on outside, he still like Unicron is still paying attention to what's going on with Galvatron and the Matrix, obviously.
Yeah. They obviously have some kind of psychic link, but to me that threat seems a little empty. Galvatron's already betrayed him. If I'm Unicron, I'm definitely going to kill Galvatron when this whole thing is over, no matter what.
It's almost like a Megatron Starscream dynamic.
It really is, actually. But that's an interesting way of putting it. On that same note, if I'm Galvatron, I know Unicron's probably going to kill me by the end of this. So despite that torture, wouldn't you kind of want to still try and help out Hot Rod on the sly?
You know what probably won't happen is I won't go crazy from soaking in lava for a bunch of months.
Right. That was a weird twist. Season 3. And this is a fast minute for us. But for the first time, we see Galvatron use his arm cannon offensively.
In an awesome way.
And he fires on Hot Rod, who flees, and he continues to fire in rapid succession 1, 2, 3 times, while the music at this point, which we should re-listen to, is this like symphonic sort of church organ harpsichord line, and it's belted out by our friend Diet Vince DiCola, as named by Kayla.
I was gonna say it sounds
so refreshing.
It sounds to me like Castlevania.
Yeah, totally. Like let's listen to this real quick.
Of course, my master.
Caleb, you're the music guy. It's synth. And it's symphonic. Is it like meant to be? Like, is it organ? Is it?
Yeah, it's a synthesized organ sound.
All right. We'll just leave it at that then.
Thank
you. So we close out the minute with a close up on Galvatron's face, and his eyes are just twitching.
He's so
Yep.
mad.
With rage or madness, one of those things. Maybe a
half,
little of both.
6 of one, half dozen of the other.
But a great touch with the twitching of the eyes.
Yeah.
Just like
It does, this does
we
seem
don't
like
see
a
a
very...
lot of those like small touches like that, like the twitching eyes and things. But when it happens, it's nice.
I like your comment off when we weren't recording, when we were watching this, where as he's shooting inside there, you hear Unicron going, "Ow, ow,
wait.
ow."
Acid indigestion,
yeah,
am I right?
yeah.
Which actually comes into play in another minute.
Oh, does it? Yeah. Okay.
I will say, like, speaking of the Galvatron shots, they're so, like, the jagged nature of them, like, you would never be able to draw, like, Aaron, when you and I traded Transformer pictures, it would look ridiculous if we were to draw the shots like that, but in a fast animation style like that, it makes them so much more dynamic than just a straight laser, like fire. It's so much cooler.
Yeah. It almost, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, well, these I thought took, so I love like.
It's almost the afterblast.
When the shot dissipates, sort of like just I don't even know how to describe it.
Like how lightning works.
Like how lightning works.
Kinda, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know really, but I notice when lightning strikes, it'll leave behind a little.
And
flash.
you
I mean, if in a
are
sense,
constantly
those are just,
watching lightning.
in a sense, those are just tracers, right? And they are, which we talked a lot about tracers in one episode.
Incendiary rounds.
And
yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
I think it's more like just leftover plasma, but same thing as lightning.
Now, in the Michael Bay movies, they don't really use lasers, do they? It's more like they have actual ammunition, I feel
I've only
like.
seen the first one.
Yeah, I'd rather not talk about the Michael Bay.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Fuck that. I'm sorry I brought that up. It's time to go into our...
I'm the French press, and I'm here to say script deviations in a major way. Coffee, y'all. Script deviations.
Dude, that was a reference back to Fruity Pebbles rap. Remember?
Fruity Pebbles.
My name is...
I think that's just a
My name
reference
is
to
Fred
terrible
Flintstone
rap.
says, I'm here to say I love Fruity Pebbles in a major way. And then Barney goes, he loves Fruity Pebbles in a major way.
Did he have a record scratch situation with perhaps a toucan
bird?
bird needle on the record?
Gotta find it. Gotta find it.
Gotta catch them all.
Oh man, cultural appropriation in the '90s was fun, y'all.
It was on point.
It was like trying to grasp that lightning in a
What
bottle.
do kids like? Sunglasses,
that-
skateboards, urban youths.
And well, at the time, people didn't realize that like rap music and hip hop was a culture.
right.
They
Yeah.
thought it was a
Check this out.
fad, and so all right,
Check this out. You'll have to put this up.
You watch me get Fred's Fruity Pebbles.
Oh
Who
no.
are you? I'm the master rapper, and I'm here to say I love Fruity Pebbles in a major way. He loves Fruity Pebbles in a major way. The bedrock yellow, orange, purple, lime, and red. But to get the fruity taste, I got a trick Fred.
there is a bird turntable. Holy
To get
shit!
the fruity taste, he's got a
He's
trick
scratching
Fred.
it.
Barney, guess that's a wrap. How's Fruity Pebbles cereal? Part of this nutritious breakfast.
And Barney is dressed in the prehistoric version of like a Run DMC outfit. Or
First of all, that's always racist when that happens.
of course
when white people do mock hip hop, it is like the most
course it
cringy thing I ever like. It like, but people still do it today. Like it still is a like running like white like gag of it's really funny when white people do black
at how
music.
crazy
what
this
about
is.
what about that stick though? Because he's obviously an Indonesian guy with a fanny pack on. Like
I feel like there's a difference when I think white people can do hip hop music,
Yeah.
but not if you're doing it ironically.
right.
like-
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Anyway, well,
Gross.
regardless of that,
Dead stick.
that Fruity Pebbles commercial sucked, but I remember it, so I guess it worked.
You know what? Fruity Pebbles had some memorable shit because I remember the holiday commercial. Ho ho ho! I'm hungry. Bonnie, my pebbles, your pebbles. 'Tis the season to be sharing, Fred.
Yeah, yep.
Fruity Pebbles holidays that they still run, I believe.
Which harkens me back to,
Oh.
the Flintstones have been shilling products from
Absolutely,
day
this
one.
old classic.
This classic Laramie cigarettes ad, or is it Benson and Hedges?
No,
It
it's
might-
Laramie. I think it's
Look at the wives working so hard.
They sure work
This is
hard,
sexist
don't they,
on
Barney?
top of
Yeah?
like
I hate
terrible
to see them
advertising
work so hard.
cigarettes.
Yeah, me too. Let's go around back where we can't see them. Gee, we ought to do something, Fred. Okay? How's about taking a nap? Hey, I got a better idea. Let's take a Winston break.
Winston.
Totally.
Winston is the one filter cigarette that delivers flavor 20 times a pack. Winston's got that filter blend. Yeah, Fred. Filter blend makes the big taste difference, and only Winston has it up front where it counts. Here, ahead of the pure white filter. Winston packs rich tobaccos specially selected and specially processed for good flavor in filter smoking. Yeah, Barney, Winston tastes good, like cigarette choice.
The wives got him in the end.
The Flintstones have been brought to you by Winston, America's
Everybody
doesn't know right after the ad.
cigarette. Winston tastes good like a
So look at that.
cigarette should.
The Flintstones was prime time.
Yeah, it was. That's true. People loved that shit. They were the Simpsons of their day.
Yeah.
God, it's so weird.
How do you feel now?
Like I just want to smoke. Well, obviously the listeners probably don't know, but I smoked for like 15 years probably.
Yeah.
And I'm the type of person who cannot have a cigarette without like now I'm just gonna smoke a pack a day. Like
Yeah.
I cannot. I quit 5 times because I couldn't. I'm like, oh, I can handle it. I demonstrably could not handle it. Like having wanted, but I still have dreams where I go and buy a pack of cigarettes and I start smoking. And I'm like, oh no!
like
As you do it, you're like,
Yes, I'm like, it's happening. It's gonna happen again.
laughing at Ryan's addiction.
His addictive personality. Where's
good
my
for you
gin?
for kicking it.
Where's my gin? Yeah.
That's why I couldn't go to Alcoholics Anonymous because they all smoke in there.
That's
They
true.
probably don't anymore, but
No, I'm sure that they do.
in the churches.
Well, what?
I went
a lot
to
of-
an AA meeting once with a friend of mine who invited me to one.
Some of them
it
are
was
in
in a
churches.
church. Yeah,
a
they're
lot
not-
of AAs
they're
are
in like community
meeting
centers or
out.
whatever.
Yeah. I just know in movies they're always full of smoke.
Yeah.
We're doing a script deviation here.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
we're on a podcast.
And here's the thing. Everybody knows that my script that I follow is closer to what we see on screen, but generally I will point out if there's any particularly notable differences. And in Ryan's version are really crazy balls to the wall because it's an early script. Well, I've got nothing this episode.
Oh.
Everything was pretty much as it played out, or
Really?
nothing exciting enough to mention. So
Didn't you crash land in the last episode into the brain? And it was
yeah, but once they got in there, I pretty much followed suit.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, it's all you, man.
All right, let's light it up and light it out. On the last one, if you remember, the Quintesson ship with all Autobots on board crashed into Unicron's ear, and then Hot Rod
Like, would that have been the tip of the horn? It said underneath the horn.
underneath the horn.
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Which there, yeah, and then Hot Rod. Okay, on the script it says Hot Rod jumps into Injester's Eustachian tube.
Eustachian tube.
Thank you for pronouncing
That's the
that.
tube that connects your ear to.
I
like,
know,
your
but
mouth.
also I was like, "Fuck you, Friedman."
Yeah.
Like, it's also spelled incorrectly. Anyway, I don't know why that irritated me. I'm just like, who are you trying to impress? He lands and surveys the scene, and we show tunnels, corridors. It's all pretty much the same. But then we see a Sentry robotoid guardian structures, in this case, clacking and advancing razor treads as though the floor surface were hinged like some flattened escalator, which is, I guess, just a people mover. And each step had a razor edge that was designed for drawing in and chewing up anything that walked on it. It starts eating its way toward Hot Rod. And I wrote, I don't understand any of this.
Yeah, I'm close my eyes a lot whenever you do these sequences so I can let my imagination bring it to life, and I've got nothing.
Yeah, and we are, like, not unimaginative people. Like, we all three have some artistic talent, and I'm like, I can't picture what you're trying to describe, really. And it gets even worse, because Hot Rod grabs the spiral corridor structure from the wall and bends it into advancing razor treads so they chomp down on it and short-circuit themselves, stopping the razor tread action.
Still.
Circuit is also spelled wrong. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
He was at that point.
I feel like he was on all the coke.
Yeah, yeah. He's just free associating.
Okay,
It's
and
like,
then
it's like this is like his naked lunch.
We go cut back to Ingester as he reacts, slapping his hand to his ear with a growl. And then
you got that thing.
Of
That's
course,
a callback to what we saw on
absolutely.
screen. Okay.
And then we're on Springer, RC, and Daniel. Springer shoves them aside to clear the way for the upcoming hand. As Ingester's hand enters the shot and whacks the side of his head, and he says, "Yow!" RC is knocked down into the forest of tree trunk hairs on Ingester's shoulder. The hair starts whipping and coiling, flailing her, binding her, strangling her. And she says, "Help!" And Springer and Daniel leap off the surface before Ultra Magnus can respond. I'm like, oh yeah, Ultra Magnus is here. He's not in this movie for anymore. And they lay beside RC, who's trapped and struggling in the hair. Daniel grabs the hair and says, concentrating, hair, think. He grabs the hair by the bottom nearest Ingester's skin using
Is he? I'm assuming he is in a suit at this
Yes,
time. I
because
can't remember.
he's
Okay,
using his
gotcha,
exosuit
gotcha.
strength, yanks the hair out. Ingester reacts with pain, shaking and reaching for the source of irritation.
Ugh.
And then RC says, that was very brave. And Daniel says, a piece of carbon cake.
Oh, come on. You don't have to start doing that, Daniel.
And then we cut back to Hot Rod.
He's just trying to fit in.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Cut back to Hot Rod inside Ingester, dropping into the enormous chest cavity, and then this spark. Like there are some white, quote unquote, white cells swarming in to destroy the invader. I'm like, oh, there's the spiked balls. They look like giant spiked covered versions of pollen, magnified millions of times. Hot Rod battling them left and right with a rifle-like weapon, which I don't really know where that came from. This giant glitch must have a core somewhere around here, and that's where we'll stop.
Okay.
We haven't even.
So he surmises there's like a big core central energy center that they now need to get to
destroy
in
him.
order to finish him off.
And I will say at this point, Galvatron is not inside Unicron at this point. He's still on the exterior of Unicron.
Okay. All right.
In this script.
There
we go.
Very interesting. Well, then it's generally this time of the
Très
episode
intéressant.
where we kind of hold hands and do a seance. Yeah.
Oh.
You can imitate him really well, Caleb.
Yeah, thank you.
You do a great impression.
Brilliant.
Thank you. I try.
All right. Well, let's see if he shows up.
I'm gonna pod.
So okay, we can.
I am the ghost of the iconic moment.
You know.
Hey, man. What's up?
Oh, you're here.
It's a.
Wow, you're sticking around. You're not just doing the intro.
Yo, yo, yo.
Oh, whoa. Oh no, wait. You're doing some cultural appropriation.
Oh, it's the.
He's got a gold chain around his neck.
It's the ghost of the racist iconic moment.
I got a new look.
Are you trying something new for the ladies?
Yeah, but changing my style.
Do you have any new skill? Are you rapping?
My name is Icon MC.
Okay, all right. Would you like a beat to show some of your freestyle prowess? Here we go.
Sure, man. My name is Ghost, and I'm here to say I love all the ladies in a major way. I'm gonna give out my phone now. I'm gonna give out my phone number now. Call me right now. Yeah.
You took the bold move of rhyming now with now.
Yeah, man. I'm cool. I'm cool now.
All right. Well,
Turn over a new leaf.
Did you watch this minute with us? Would you like to talk about what we saw on screen? Was there something that was particularly momentous for you?
Galvatron's chain.
Oh,
he got that Jesus piece.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's fly.
All right, awesome. Caleb.
I also love how there's nothing whiter than a ghost. So this works out well.
Fair enough.
I'm the whitest.
Is that a thing you want to rap about? Here we go.
Nope.
No. That's a no but.
I'm white on the outside, but I'm dark on the inside.
So you're like that woman who was in NAACP.
Oh yeah. So Caleb, what was your favorite moment?
I like all the shading.
That was some iconic
there was some good
shading.
light and shadow.
It seems like they've stepped up the animation a notch here in this part of the movie. Like they're taking their time. Mm-hmm. This
is one where there's a lot of light and shadow play. Yeah, it's very good.
They've put some time in.
In the same way of like whenever Megatron and Optimus came together, there was a lot of really good shadow and light work in that. Whenever he stepped into to face off with him.
Yeah, it's probably like there's probably a budget. Because it probably is like, I don't know, again, like we were talking about earlier, there's probably layers and layers of work that go into it.
Sure.
And so you probably only have so many scenes that you can budget for that kind of thing.
You're like, let's
I want
focus
this
on
to have the impact.
Yeah.
For me, I think this moment here, like the Matrix glow coming off Galvatron, and then as we get closer to him, like the deep red eyes as he's silhouetted, that as a child always stood out to me, the reintroduction of Galvatron.
Yeah, we're at 1 hour, 11 minutes, 24 seconds to about the 30-second mark. Yeah, definitely. It's very good. I will say it's kind of similar, but I like where Galvatron says it cannot be opened and Hot Rod says not by a Decepticon. And it's kind of like because he's not scared, he's not being a shithead. Right. It's solid logic. It's not like eye rolling or anything. And I mean, it's a pretty solid reaction to seeing like the ultimate Decepticon with like who's literally holding the Matrix And he's inside a planet-killing robot. I just thought it was a nice moment for Hot Rod.
Yeah, it makes sense that he has no fear. Or
It's
it
true.
Feels like, or at least his fear is, it's
suppressed.
down. Yeah, exactly.
He's handling it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, I guess that brings us to the end of the minute here.
Next time on the Autopod Decepticast.
Well, we've got more Unicron size discrepancy discussion.
Oh,
just
good.
what everybody was
Oh,
wanting.
good. Did you guys not get enough of it? Here's another round.
We've got an awesome external attack sequence coming up here.
Absolutely.
We're gonna see the Dinobots doing something literal. And
I thought you were supposed to make dinosaurs.
all that and more in episode 73 of the Autopod Decepticast. Tell your friends about us. Listen to the show, iTunes,
Come
Stitcher,
see us in Chicago.
Google Play, tune in. TFCon Chicago, October. Follow us on our social media, Twitter. T-Twitter?
T-Twitter. It's a new website. It's just getting some traction. There are 4 people who are using it.
And Facebook?
Yo, I want to give a shout out to my homies, DJ Jazzy Java and the French Press.
That's true. And also, let's shout out real quick. I believe the Ghost of the Iconic Moment has a Twitter. Did you just get on the twits?
Yeah.
I saw something.
I gotta
That's you,
change it
right?
up. I gotta change it up though.
Why's that?
I've been going through some hard times.
Yeah.
Lost my job.
We've heard about that. I
Lost
remember.
my girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seem
wonder-
pretty
did you
public
ever-
about it.
Did you ever have that girl?
I kind of hit bottom, man.
It seems like
Trying to
that girl
change
just
my-
never wanted anything to do with you.
Trying to change myself.
All right.
Trying to get
Well, that's
cool.
Be your best you.
Trying to be cool.
Live
Be your best boo.
Be my best boo.
good. That's it. Put a pin in it.
Hey guys, everything's at APODcast. And then of course there's the web presence, autopoddecepticast.com. Ryan, I haven't asked you in a while. Anything that you think we want to put up on
Every
there?
time you ask me, I'm like, oh, put up some stuff, whatever I listen to.
Garfield in Paradise,
Like, there's
no doubt.
definitely going to be some Garfield
Can you
stuff.
put up the
there.
Flintstone cigarette commercial?
There's going to be all kinds of
and,
Flintstones
and the racist rap, Flintstones
Yes,
rap
yes.
commercial.
all racist all the time.
That's right.
Oh, man, that
everything
commercial.
racist at AutoPodDecepticast.
Oh God, don't isolate that. Nobody isolate that.
iTunes users, please rate and subscribe. This is a good episode.
Oh,
Hey, yeah,
positivity.
bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
In here somewhere. I mean, surely.
I don't know if I trust you with a pen. Here, I'll give you a pen.
I'll take whatever.
pencil.
What a little tiny pencil.
Here's a golf pencil.
Yeah, I'm keeping the bowling score here.
My God knows the
Bowling score.
That's
It's from Wings.
Yep. I can't believe you know that. I didn't think anybody else watched that
I
show.
watched Wings.
I love Wings.
Do doom 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 doom. Do 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 do. Do you remember what's the competitive name of the airline?
Oh shit, Roy's.
Roy's. Do you remember his name of his airline?
Aeromass.
Yes, Aeromass. Come fly with Aeromass.
I love that show. I've watched it's one like along with Cheers, which everybody from Cheers shows up on that show at some point.
They do, don't they?
I think in the pilot episode, that Cliff and Norm are in it.
That makes sense. Yeah.
But I was just gonna say, like Cheers, it's a show that every year or so I'll just watch them all.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it since. I think I watched it a little bit in syndication, but I liked the show. I thought it was.
I remember there was an episode of The Critic where they were in hell, and there was this like a guy who's like, it's talking to the devil, and it's like, and the crew of the crew of Wings would like another season. He's like, tell them there's a limit even to my power. And I'm like, I like that show.
Yeah, that's funny.
I never watched.
I watched. There was a few random I watched a lot of when I moved to St. Louis. I ended up watching a lot of Becker. Did you ever watch
Oh,
Becker?
no, I've never
With
watched
Ted Davis?
Becker.
Not bad. I
Really?
liked it.
I feel like
Yeah.
it was critically well regarded.
Yeah.
Was
And
it?
then,
I did not watch it. But
And then before that, Lara Kett had a show where
yeah.
he worked in like a bus station.
Yeah.
And he was a recovering alcoholic. I watched that.
I don't think I saw that one.
One bad.
Which is surprising because I really love John Larroquette.
Yeah. I thought it was a good show. And I remember like Bobcat Goldthwait had an episode in it that I remember really well for some reason. Yeah.
Huh.
He played a recovering alcoholic, and when he was a recovering alcoholic, he had the
I get
but when
this.
he was smashed, he talked normal.
That's pretty funny. I wonder. I feel like that show didn't last very long.
I don't think it did. I like somehow some of these shows, Wings, Becker, and like that show, I didn't have cable, and they would fall into a block of time where I was available to watch television.
Mm-hmm.
Like Becker, I watched in grad school. My wife would come home for lunch. Like I had classes in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And she works, and so anyway, it worked out where she would come home for lunch, and that was on during the lunch hour on our little. We had a black and white TV that we watched. It was.
Were you in the 1950s?
Well, the TV in the kitchen. We didn't have cable.
Yeah.
We did have cable, but the TV in the kitchen didn't, and it had an antenna, and that was before they finally stopped broadcast. And we were like, it was fun to sit there and watch Becker on a little television in the kitchen.
That K Romantico.
It was cool.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to do that with all kinds of stuff. Like I had my mom, growing up, my mom had a little black and white portable television.
For the kitchen?
For the kitchen. And when I was in kindergarten, I watched Days of Our Lives with her. Mm-hmm. And then I later on took that television, and I would, I like baths. I like bathing.
You're a fancy boy.
Yes. And so,
my oils and perfumes.
Yes. So I would, at night during college, when I was still living at home, I would put the TV on in the bathroom, and I would watch Letterman while I was taking a bath. That was my favorite part of the day.
Of this is like candles and it's dim in there.
Of course, yeah.
You would for me.
You would sexualize it.
It's not sexual. I'm imagining like a fancy bubble bath, and it's like just Caleb time.
Oh, I mean, it was definitely Caleb time. I took a bath. I wouldn't go to that much trouble, but it would be like awesome. I'd be watching Letterman and taking a bath and being like, scrubbing and being like, it's so funny,
Bubbles or no bubbles?
No bubbles.
I haven't.
I'm an adult.
I mean, I'm sorry. It wasn't a choice that I was.
It
It wasn't a conscious choice. It wasn't like bubbles or no bubbles. No bubbles. The bubbles were absent from the scene.
Blow cells, where we sell good.